Right now, Figma Inc. is trading at its absolute low of the day, $38.53, which is a sharp drop of $2.03 or exactly 5.00% down. And let's be perfectly clear, this isn't just a red day for a tech stock. This $38.53 print is a new 52-week low. The stock has officially given back almost every penny of its meteoric rise since its IPO just a few months ago. The expectation that this was a buy and hold forever growth story is colliding with a very harsh reality today, and anyone who bought into the hype near the $142 high is feeling maximum pain. This is the kind of move that liquidates accounts, and it's happening with a quiet, persistent pressure that is almost more worrying than a panic-driven crash. The common belief, the narrative that has been pushed since the Adobe acquisition was terminated back in late 2023, was that the $20 billion price tag was the floor. That was the smart money valuation from a strategic buyer. The expectation was that when Figma finally went public in July 2025, it was a chance for everyone else to get in on a company that had already been validated at that massive price. The IPO itself was a spectacle, pricing at $33 a share and then exploding higher by over 200% in the opening days, eventually setting that unbelievable 52-week high of $142.92. But the reality, as the stock slices through $40 and hits $38.53, is that a private market acquisition price from 2022 is completely irrelevant in the public market of late 2025. The reality is that the $20 billion valuation, which worked out to roughly $40 a share based on the current float, is now being treated as a point of resistance, not support. The market is saying, we don't care what Adobe thought, we care what your cash flow looks like next quarter. Looking at the tape, this 5% slide is just the latest in a brutal cascade. The stock is down over 37% in the last 30 days alone. This isn't a dip, it's a structural repricing of the entire business. What's fascinating is the volume. Today's 8.5 million shares traded is actually below the 30-day average of 13 million. This isn't the high-volume panic you see on the Robinhood app when a meme stock collapses. This is worse. This is a quiet, persistent unwinding, a bleed-out. It suggests the big funds, the ones managing Fidelity wealth management accounts or using the Interactive Brokers platform for its sophisticated order execution, aren't buying. They aren't stepping in to buy the dip. They're either standing aside or are the ones methodically selling, feeding shares to any retail buyer who still believes in the old story. This isn't the kind of volatility you want in a set-it-and-forget-it account like Schwab Intelligent Portfolios. This is the kind of action that active traders using the Fidelity trading platform live for, but it's incredibly dangerous. And can you blame the big money for selling? The expectation was growth at all costs. The reality, which was laid bare in their last quarterly report for Q3 2025, was an absolute bombshell. The company posted a net loss of $1.1 billion. Let me repeat that. A loss of $1.1 billion on revenue of $274 million. Operating expenses ballooned by over 480% year over year. In this market, in this interest rate environment, you cannot do that. This isn't 2021. You can't just promise growth and burn $1 billion. The market has zero patience for that. It's precisely why we've seen stocks like Tesla stock and Nvidia stock be rewarded not just for their growth, but for their massive free cash flow and operational excellence. Figma, on the other hand, is displaying the worst habits of the last decade's tech bubble, and it's doing it as a new public company. Many investors doing self-investing are learning a hard lesson that not all tech is equal. A stock like Apple stock is a fortress of cash. FIG is an incinerator. Then you have the insider activity, which just pours salt in the wound. Just a few days ago, on November 10th, the company's chief accounting officer sold $1.9 million worth of stock. You have to ask yourself, if the stock is already down 30% for the month, hitting new lows, and a top financial executive is still selling, What does he know that the online investment community doesn't? It gets worse when you look at the IPO structure itself. Existing shareholders, the early venture capitalists and founders, sold 24.4 million shares in the IPO. The company itself? It sold only 12.4 million. This IPO was structured as an exit for insiders, twice over. They cashed out at the top, and now the public is left holding the bag as the stock plummets back to its IPO price. This is the risk of online investing in unproven public companies. It is nothing at all like buying diversified Fidelity ETFs or Fidelity mutual funds. This is high-stakes, single-stock risk, and today the risk is winning. This brings up the most important question, and it's one the market is trying to answer. Comment below. Do you think Figma's $1.1 billion net loss is a temporary growth investment? Or is it a sign of a fundamentally broken business model in the public markets? I want to know what you think. Now, for those who are just tuning into this story, let's briefly clarify what Figma actually does because the product itself is fantastic. It's a collaborative, web-based platform for designers. It's the gold standard for UI/UX design teams, allowing entire companies to work on the same digital products in real time. It's what Microsoft Office was for documents, but for design. The business model is classic software as a service. They sell subscriptions, and their user base is huge, with over 95% of the Fortune 500 using it in some capacity. The financials here are the entire problem. The revenue is growing, up 46% in the first quarter of 2025, which is strong, but the losses, as we just saw, are completely out of control. The company is spending far too much to acquire that revenue, and the market is now punishing that inefficiency. Looking forward, the path for Figma stock from $38.53 is treacherous. The bullish scenario, the expectation, is that the company leverages its massive user base and a product that designers genuinely love. They're integrating AI with their Figma Make tool. They're partnering with OpenAI. They're trying to push deeper into enterprise-wide contracts. The bulls will point to that 95% Fortune 500 penetration and say the monetization has just begun. They'll tell you, buy the dip on your SoFi Invest app, that this is a long-term story. Some investing sites still have $65 price targets, seeing this as a massive dislocation. But the bearish case, the reality, is what the chart is screaming at us. The stock is still, even after this collapse, trading at a price-to-sales ratio of nearly 20x. Its peers trade at 9.4x. It is wildly expensive, even at this new 52-week low. The risk is that generative AI, the very thing they are trying to adopt, actually commoditizes their core product. What happens when you can just describe an app interface and AI builds it rather than needing a designer to meticulously craft it in Figma? That's a fundamental threat. Other analysts see this and have fair value targets as low as $16. This is not a stock for a passive individual brokerage account. This is a name you have to watch daily, and if you're trading it, you need the low fees and fast execution of a platform like Interactive Brokers. The investment help you see online is completely divided because the company itself is divided. Great product, terrible financials. So, as Figma sits at $38.53, a new 52-week low, we are left with a stark picture. The expectation was that of a $20 billion private market champion, the undisputed king of design, set to take over the public markets. The reality is a cash-burning, overvalued SaaS company whose insiders and early investors cashed out at the top, leaving the public to absorb a greater than 70% decline from the peak. The narrative was simple. The fundamentals, as they revealed in their public filings, are messy and frankly frightening. Today, the market is choosing to believe the fundamentals, not the story.